Put on do not disturb. I'm just going to wait a few minutes for some more people to come on in to the chat and to this live. Be a little patient because this is my first live on YouTube, and actually it's going to be my last. I'm not doing it anymore. Live on YouTube and YouTube on their channels, and then had some other bloggers. No, I had one blogger that put my name out, and that's fine. I have no problem with that. I've been a public figure before. So, but I want to clear some things up. And since they, put my name out, hey, they basically asked me to come out. So I'm going to answer a few questions. I'm going to talk about a few things. And then this is it. It's going to be it for tonight. And I'm not doing this anymore. So the only time that I'll be speaking with anyone, and that's if I'm conducting an interview for the upcoming trial for Mr. Kelly. And that's it. All right, so this is my first one, and I got 14 people. That's fine. They're watching now, and if you want to look at it later, or if you're streaming in on your channel, that's fine. I don't care because I have nothing to hide, and I speak the truth, so it's no big deal. All right, you guys ready? I guess you can give me you guys call it a thumbs up in the chat if you guys are ready. All right. All right, so let's go. My name is Shawn Harris. I own MA1 MA1 Security and Investigative Services. I'm the lead investigator for that company. I'm also the private investigator that's assigned and retained to Mr. Robert Kelly for his upcoming trial in the Eastern District of New York. My background is 25 years in law enforcement, military retiree, did anti-terrorism force protection in the military. That's my background, security and investigations. That's what I did. And that's what I'm continuing to do as a retired law enforcement official. So the reason why I'm here tonight is because recently, like I said, some bloggers put my name out and put my picture out when I attended the hearing last Thursday in Brooklyn Federal Court. The main picture that was put out was when I was walking through Cadman Plaza Park with some bloggers or some supporters of Mr. Kelly, who was coming to the court to support Mr. Kelly in this hearing. Based on the view of the picture that was posted, I know who took the picture. All right, and I want to thank Ms. Hines and I'm sorry, Ms. Davis and Ms. Jeffries for taking the picture and for giving it to whoever they gave it to post. I have no problem with that, but I'm clearing that up first. So those are the two individuals that took the picture because they were there taking pictures while I was walking. And I saw them taking pictures, and I have no problem with that. So they can tell you what they want to tell you, but I know what I saw. I know where I was at that time and who was doing what because I pay attention to my surroundings. Okay. Another thing, another blogger that lives in Atlanta that likes to talk a lot that called me out yesterday that said that he's glad that he didn't come to the trial in New York because if he would have saw me, all hell would have broke loose. I don't know what he meant by that, but I took it as I don't I don't care about it being a threat, but I took it as something that alarmed me. So I reached out to that blogger personally, called him on his phone, and I asked him what was his intentions. He couldn't give me an answer. All right, he wanted to just rumble, and that's fine. But I let it be known that I wanted to know whether he's, like he said, a friend or a foe. Because I want to know how should I treat you. I want to know what to expect when I do see you. This person is also someone that says that they are associated and a friend of Mr. Kelly. And he's been stating this since I've been investigating this since last year. All right. And since I've been observing what's been going on social media since last year. I can confirm that Mr. DANAJ Jackson does not know Mr. RobertSKelly on a personal level. They are not friends. They are not associates. And I say it again, Mr. DANAJ Jackson, also known as Dana J, is not a friend or an associate of Mr. RobertSKelly. And that's confirmed. So I don't care what Mr. Jackson says because I'm telling you the truth. I'm not here to debunk anything else because I'm still doing various parts of this investigation and my team is working real hard for Mr. Kelly. As fans, as supporters of Mr. Kelly, I appreciate you. Mr. Kelly appreciates the support. I talk to him about it all the time. He appreciates the love that his fans are giving him and the people that support him are displaying publicly. He has received letters of support from various fans, from many fans, and it helps to get him through these trying times. As many of you know, or all of you should know, that Mr. Kelly has been incarcerated for 24 months. Actually, in 32 minutes, July 12th, will make 24 months that Mr. Kelly has been incarcerated in the federal jail. That's a long time for somebody who's been, for pre-trial. But that's another story. So that's why I felt the need to come on tonight to tell the truth about things. Mr. Jackson has stated that someone named Block Bender works for me or I work for him. That's not true. That Hollywood Next works for me, and that's not true. That infamous Sylvia Parks hired me, that's not true. I work exclusively with the defense team for Mr. RobertSKelly. And that's it. No one else. I'm not investigating any defense fund or anything like that. Yes, I contacted Mr. Jackson regarding the R. Kelly Defense Fund last April. I contacted one of the attorneys that was associated with the defense fund. And when I contacted Mr. Jackson, he wouldn't talk to me without that attorney being present. So Whatever investigation is going on with that defense fund, I'm not a part of it. And I can neither confirm nor deny that there is an investigation into that defense fund. So if Mr. Jackson thinks that someone is investigating him and he thinks that there's evidence out there, that's on him. And if he didn't commit any crimes or wasn't associated with anyone that committed any crimes, any fraudulent activity, then he has nothing to worry about. But to come on his live and post my logos for my company, post my picture, and make false statements about me, that's fine. But I'm here to tell you guys the truth. Now, Mr. Jackson is not the only one. This is not about Mr. Jackson. All right. That's just one of many who have made false statements on social media. There's a lot of people out here that claim that they support Mr. Kelly and that they have information that can exonerate Mr. Kelly. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, if you have information that could assist in the defense for Mr. Kelly, then you should share that information. You can share it with me. You can reach out to one of the attorneys. I'm sure you guys have their information. My website is public. You can send me an email. You can contact me on there. My website is www.ma1security.net. I'm not hiding. I'm doing my job. I don't need to be out front, but since you guys want to put me out there, that's fine. And it's not just me. So let me clear that up. It's not just me. I have people that work for me. I have a network around this country that does work for me, that takes assignments for me. These are people that have extensive law enforcement experience in federal law enforcement, state law enforcement, and local law enforcement. So, when people want to put my name out there and put information out there and they claim to know so much about me, well, I'm going to tell you straight up, Mr. Jackson, if you claim that you know me and you want to talk about me and you want to, you can say whatever you want to say. But apparently you haven't done your homework on me, because if you'd done your homework on me, you wouldn't feel so comfortable making the statements that you're making, that when you see me, all hell is going to break loose. So if you did your homework on me, you would not feel comfortable making those statements. You would not feel comfortable telling that to people publicly, making public statements that you're going to do something to me. That's fine. That's fine. I've dealt with worse people than you, Mr. Jackson. All right. So I'm going to look in the chat and I'm going to look to see if there's any questions, and I'm going to answer questions that people may have. All right. Let's see. Hold on. There's a lot of stuff I got to go through here. I'm sorry I wasn't paying attention at the time. I don't have any questions yet, but so I just want to let it be known also that there are many people. I know I mentioned Mr. Jackson, but the reason why I mentioned Mr. Jackson was because he felt the need to mention me on his platform. But let's be clear. There are many participants and many people that have participated and have made false statements publicly and have done things that should not have been done. They made statements on social media. They made statements, written statements, all right, that have been put out on social media. So, this is a complex investigation. This is a complex case, but it's very unfortunate that many people have felt the need over the years to take advantage of Mr. Kelly and his craft. That's what I can say. It's very unfortunate that people that have been in positions to help him have not done so. And there are many people that are so-called friends right now that are not stepping up to the plate to do what they can to help a man that has helped many of them in the past. And it's just sad. And that's what's really bothersome. So let's see. I just want to just check the chat to see if there's any questions. Just hold on, give me a second. So Jessica Troy, you asked, how's Rob doing health-wise? All right. Because of HIPAA laws, I'm not going to make any specific comments on Mr. Kelly's health, but I will say that